Namaste. Can you marry without matching horoscope? I have answered this question in this podcast, and I have also talked briefly on arranged marriage, love marriage, and marriage in general. So let's begin. Many a times there are lovers who love each other, but when it comes to matching their horoscopes, many questions arise. And because of those questions, there are many objections, and eventually they are not able to marry. So, the obvious question is that when you love each other, when you are in love, then how much importance you should give to astrology or to matchmaking based on astrology? It is a very interesting question, and so in this podcast, I am going to briefly talk on this beautiful subject. It is said that marriages are made in heaven. Now, nobody has really gone to heaven to check if this is true. Those who have been divorced would really disagree, and those who are still married would readily agree. So, nobody knows the real thing, and the real thing is marriages are neither made in heaven nor made in hell. Marriages are simply made from a special ingredient called karma. And so there we are, karma. In the backdrop of arranged marriage, families run around the town to have a perfect setting of horoscopes. Everything is perfectly matched, and yet these so called perfectly astrologically matched marriages don't take much time to transform into painful divorces. And then the best person to blame is the astrologer. And love marriage? Here is the most funny part. First, they fall in love with each other. Then, the love couple starts visiting astrologers to seek and validate their compatibility. So, it is like first you have a nice honeymoon and then you start evaluating whether marriage would work for you or not. When you love, you simply love. When it comes to love marriage, my suggestion to all the lovers is in one line. When you love, simply love. And then don't get into astrological dry calculations. Don't bring astrology between your love. Just go ahead and get married. Going to an astrologer is like bringing in logic, and love knows no logic. Love ceases to exist the moment you bring logic in between. Just be love, just feel love, just live love. When you love a person, you accept the total person. Only those men and women can have happy marriages who are not in a relationship but who are relating with each other. Relationship closes you. Relating is an ongoing process. Every day you are exploring something new by being together. Relationship is ugly. Relating is beautiful. And to relate, first you have to become friends. Love is the starting point, but after a few days of honeymoon, what helps you sustain and enjoy the marriage is you becoming friends. Remember, love is not a hallucination. It is a moment of high passion, but one cannot remain on the high moment forever. One has to cool down, come back to earth, move on the plains. That's where life exists. You can fly high in the sky for a few moments, but then you have to come back to earth. Before you come back to the earth, create friendship because that will last. So love as much as possible, but always remember that love has to give space to friendship. Friendship has a higher quality than love. The next step of love is friendship. Friendship is more unearthly. You simply rejoice in somebody's being. You celebrate somebody's being for no reason at all. It is very irrational. Love has a rational quality to it, but friendship is very irrational. Marriages are made based on the quality of your karma, and that is why, even if you arrange everything in the most perfect way, things can really get ugly, leading you to the door of the court. Millions and millions of arranged marriages have failed, miserably failed, in spite of having world class arrangements from astrology to all shastras. They have failed. Why? The arranged marriage failed because the insistence was that you should love your wife, you should love your husband, and you could not even conceive how you could love. At the most, you could pretend, you could act, but love is not a pretension, is not a acting. You cannot do anything. You are absolutely powerless as far as love is concerned. The old idea of arranged marriage has failed, and the new marriage is also failing because the new marriage is simply a reaction to the old marriage. It is not out of understanding, but only out of reaction, revolt. Love marriage. Love marriage is a reaction to the old arranged marriage. Love marriage is failing because people don't know what love is. You simply see some beautiful face, you see some beautiful body, and you think, my God, I am in love. This love is not going to last because after 2 days, seeing the same face for 24 hours a day, you will get bored. The same body. You have explored the whole topography. Now there is nothing to explore. Exploring the same geography again and again, you feel like an idiot. What is the point? And so, love marriages are also failing. Always remember, if love arises out of harmony, then only will we know a successful marriage life. A life of fulfillment in which love goes on deepening because it does not depend on anything outer. It depends on something inner. It does not depend on the nose and the length of the nose. It depends on an inner feeling of two hearts beating in the same rhythm. So the successful, happy, long-lasting marriages that people refer to has nothing to do with astrological matchmaking. Else, all marriages that were astro-matched would have been successful. So please understand this. This is of significance. Do not let yourself drag into this calculative astrology when it comes to love. When you love someone and there is a positive response, just go for it. If you succeed in your marriage, you will become a happy husband, a proud father. And if you do not succeed in marriage, then you would become a successful marriage counselor. So why worry and be so analytic? The moment your heart vibrates with someone And the moment there is a music between two hearts, you know you have arrived to the person of your choice, of your fate, of your life. So let the voice within you guide you, for the voice of the heart never fails you. Let your heart decide when it comes to marriage. The great Sufi saint Rumi says, there is a voice within you that doesn't use words. Listen to that voice. The functioning of two persons in synchronicity, that is marriage. The merging of two hearts into totality, that is marriage. Astrology match has nothing to do when it comes to a happy marriage. It is the heart match that has to do everything when it comes to a happy, long-lasting marriage. And so let the bells ring only when your heart rings. Enough for today. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।